Hello guys, this is the group OOPWeek4 and this is our last progress video. In the previous progress video, we had completed our game till partial game conditions and we were not completely done with collision detection and we weren't able to add little things like time bar and everything. So this week we have made quite a lot of progress and we are done with different levels of gameplay. We are done with load and say we are done with loading different game maps through a file, and we are also done with collision detection, which was the main thing. So if we get into the game directly, we can see if you click on play then here is our main menu and we go to start. Then we have this is our level 3, and you can see that the player is moving fine, and then if you collide with the walls, then it shows that collision is being detected. And also if you move and run into one of these books which a student fears, then you go back to the starting position, which is the basis of our game, that you need to pass this level without colliding with one of the objects in the map. So we're pretty much done with it. We just need to finalize things. We have also made two other different levels, so we can also show that here. If I just comment this out and do this, then you can see a complete different level of gameplay which we previously had in mind. So we have, as of now, completed three game levels. So here you can see that this is completely another game level and it also works fine. So yeah, thank you.
Hello, this is Hamza Rizvi from OOPWeek4 and I'll be sharing my progress for the final and fourth video. So basically, my work was completed around video 2 and I've been helping my teammates in the completion of the game. So I made levels for the next. So if you complete level 1, which is a basic level of stat map, then you'll move to level 2 and level 3. So basically I worked on the levels and here's the code for levels. This is for level 2 and this is for level 3. I also changed the background, which was previously not that aesthetic, so I've introduced this one which looks a bit more, you know, stylish and aesthetic when you run the game and play the game. So this is the first, which is a basic map which we worked on, which is the initial map. So this is a level 1 basically, and second time. So yeah, this is the screen. The background looks more aesthetic, and this is the level 1 which we have worked on, and this doesn't still have um, this is still, I mean, it needs work around the collision and collision detection, which is which will be completed. And this is this is the first level, and if I show you the level which I made again, so this is a level 2. We have to set the player sprites according to the level. So if the level when the level was 1, it was so it was set at that position. We set the sprites here, and for level 2 it will be set at another position. And mm, so this is our level 2, and the obstacles you can see are moving vertical, and then we have to reach to the extreme end of by um, after completing level 1 we will move on to this, and by trying to escape these obstacles we will reach to the other end and win. So this is level 2, and the final level which I have worked on is this one. which is the hardest of all the levels, and it's nearly impossible to win this game. But so yeah, basically for all the levels, we'll have to set the position of the player accordingly. We will set X and set Y. It's initially set at the level of level 1, so that's why it will be at that position. So this is level 3, and we have to move the player around, and we have to escape all these obstacles and reach to the far end. So yeah, that was my progress for this week, and I have worked on the levels and made the background more aesthetic, and that was it. Thank you.
Glamour, and I am from Habib Ke Masail. So I have to brief you about the progress which I have made. That is on the level 1, which is the set map. Okay, so for the first step was obviously the initialization, which you can see over here. And after initializing, we made a factory. We made object factory after the factory usage, in which we made different objects like the walls, yeah, the walls and the moving obstacles, such objects. And then we appended them into a single list. Okay, after completing this, I did my work on the image of the end game, and as you can see over here, it's written game over. So that's basically it.
Hello guys, my name is Amar Ahmed, and today I'll be showing you what I have done recently. So yeah, I have worked on the the same old collision detection. I have worked on the collision with the obstacles that we have created, different types of obstacles and enemies, collision with walls, and and I have worked with what will happen when will player die when it will collide with obstacles that have the ability to kill it. So yeah, I have done the collision detection between them, and even if the player isn't moving, so yeah, we were encountering a problem that if the player wasn't moving, then the collision between the moving objects was not happening. Then we have to then only we had to change the whole um, uh, whole what can we say, the concept of our collision detection, whole base of our collision detection. Even when the player isn't moving and the obstacle is constantly moving, then it will also detect collision and it will kill the player. And since this is based on the concept of the world's hardest game, Habib Ke Masail. So you so we don't have a particular amount of life. You can die as much as amount as you can want. So yeah, I'll be just showing you what I have done. So this is the same old splash screen, the main screen. So what I have done is now you can see that it collides with walls. Uh-huh. It collides with walls on the same in all direction, and when it collides with these obstacles, let me just dodge them at first. Yeah. So when it collides with them, so I have given a bit of delay in time. If there's a delay, then you are set to your original position. Then you have to start from it again. And then again, if you die, if you again collide with it, you die, and then you're set to the this position. So yeah, well, I have mainly worked on the collision with the moving obstacles because that took a little amount of time because we just had to change and override our whole concept of collision detection. And I have mainly worked on the function that is called execute collision. That basically just checks with that checks with what kind of obstacle it's colliding with. Like if it's the moving obstacle. So does the moving obstacle has the ability to kill the player or does it not have? So like wall is also an obstacle, okay, but it does not have the ability to kill the player. So that's what I have worked on. Then recently we'll be you will be just showing a complete form of a game in terms of labels and in terms of the game. So yeah, see you soon. The
Hello, this is Vase, and for this week's work, I have worked on reading the map from a file. And here I have a generic function read map which can read any sort of file if given that the file is in correct order. So the order is that first you enter the coordinates and and other things of a wall, and then you move on to the moving obstacles and then the CSO. So if things are given in the following order, then this should read the file correctly and create any sort of maps, and we can create unlimited maps using this function. Other than this, as I was the group leader of this team, so I was working on uh, compiling the game, and we've pretty much done this. So we are currently rendering map and player in the main file, but by tomorrow we'll be done with our game class on which we are already working. So we'll just have to shift these two things that we are rendering here in the game.render function, and that's about it. We'll be done with our project. So thank you guys for watching our videos, and yeah, this is us signing off.